Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NGCW Podcast. I am the voice of NGCW, Dalton Crooks, and I am here with...
former NGCW champion Chris Proudfoot.
Current NGCW Tag Team Champion Jason Spade.
And current best damn thing in NGCW, Shay Hoxton.
Yes, that's it. 4 dudes in NGCW and other feds. Kinda, not really. It's weird. It's complicated.
It's a complicated situation.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah, we're
kinda
here
am.
to talk crap and be stupid because that's what we do best. And disclaimer, this podcast does not represent the thoughts or feelings of anything that has to do with anything in GCW. We're just a bunch of dudes being stupid. So just don't...
And Shay Hoxton.
Yeah. And Shay Hoxton, yeah.
So
yeah.
wait, does that mean you're not a Shay? Does that mean you're not a dude?
No, that means I'm not
Shay-
a stupid dude. I'm the NGCW philosopher.
Shay is a retard. And he's a woman.
He's something else, that's for sure.
Shay's a lady.
Shay's a lady. Oh, we're not doing it. Okay.
No, we're not doing that. All right, let's stop talking randomly because and let's actually get down to business. First of all, let's start with the obvious thing. Let's start with this coming up week's show, of course, because it's a big one. The card, as of right now, starts out with Chris Proudfoot against Justin Harlan. So before we actually talk about the rest of it, Chris, what do you have to say about that whole thing?
Man, I gotta tell you this much. Me and Justin, we go way back. Not good terms, definitely. I brought him back into NGCW purely because, I need a little backup for Team Canada. Him and Matt are really good friends, and, they have a longer history than me and Matt have, and me and him don't get along. That's just a fact, and it's awesome that I get to face this guy one-on-one finally after all this time. Of course, we got a little screw up there, but finally get to face this guy one-on-one. It's going to be great. One match. I'm going to kick his ass. That's hands down. That's a fact. There's nothing else about it. He can talk all the smack he wants. He can go all crazy, and he thinks he's a tough guy. He thinks he is the most badass guy on the planet, but when it comes down to it, when he gets in the ring one-on-one with Chris Proudfoot, he's going to lose, like everyone else has before that's faced me one-on-one.
Ooh, strong words. They cut deep.
Felt that one right in my heart, Proudfoot.
Thank you.
Prove it.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a shot at Jason Spade or anything. I was just saying, anyone who has faced me one-on-one, just an example of Harlan this week. When he faces me, he's gonna lose, and it's just a fact. It's just how it works. It's how this business is ran. When I get in the ring, especially against some guy like Justin Harlan, a prominent mid-carder, but he's never going to succeed in this company at the rate he's going now. He hasn't done anything to step out of his shell, and he's not going to. He's going to lose to me, he's going to cry, and he's going to quit just like he did against Jay Vegas. Sorry to say.
Ooh. Cutting deep. He's getting real. He ain't playing anymore.
Oh, I've had a few beers, so.
There you go. He's drunk. Almost.
No, buzzed. It's a difference.
Yeah, he'll be drunk by the end of the podcast. All right.
Yeah.
Up next, and we're going to talk about this real fast, Killian Red versus Jay Vegas. Jay Vegas pulled up a big win against Justin Harlan at Ultimatum, which we'll talk about later, where he helped Shay Hoxton not have to be a part of Team Canada, and Justin Harlan is now no longer part of Team Canada. Technically, we don't have a Team Canada anymore. So
It's a win for everyone.
yeah, exactly.
I'll say.
I'm just going to say it right now. This match is Shay Hoxton. You got the gambler versus the cocky douchebag. This match is Shay Hoxton. Nothing more, nothing less.
True.
I thought it was
Yeah,
Killian Red
that's-
versus Jay Vegas.
You're right. I just looked at my thing. You're right. Killian Red versus Jay Vegas is the actual card, you dingbat. So what do you guys think about Killian Red, his Ultimatum debut? What did you think of that?
Well, I mean,
I was definitely surprised. I wasn't expecting him at all. I haven't seen much of his in-ring skill, so I'm not gonna judge early. But I'm gonna say he lost to Christian Minks.
I thought it was Skrillex.
No.
Either way.
Minx. Definitely Christian Minx. The hacker.
thought we had a nice special guest appearance from Skrillex there. I thought it was Skrillex, teaming up with NGCW there to take on Killian Red, but I guess no, it's Christian Minks. Wow,
No,
that's what that guy looks like.
It was Christian Minks. It was Christian Minks for sure. Both men very active on Twitter. You can follow them on there. I don't know their actual Twitter handle. I don't have it with me, or nor am I looking at it. So just search. I don't know.
Look them up. I'm sure they're the only guys on Twitter named Christian Minks and Killian Red.
Probably. Probably.
But yeah, I think
never know.
Them at NGCW_M1NX for Minx. And for Red, look up. Sorry, my phone's being stupid right now. You can look up.
Who even cares?
Who cares? He's another jobber anyway. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. What I'm going to say here now is it's going to be a great match back and forth. Two great mid-card talents in NGCW. And that's what NGCW is all about, is these younger guys getting that opportunity. It's going to come down to Jay Vegas. He's got the experience. He's got the in-ring talent. He's got the look. He's got the talk. He can talk smack with the best of them. I'm putting Jay Vegas over Killian Red here, hands down.
What do you think, Hoxton?
I agree.
I trained him,
Definitely.
so yeah.
Yeah, everyone agrees that you think Jay's going to go over Killian?
Absolutely.
All right. That's pretty unanimous. Shoot. Everyone's counting Killian out. We'll see. Can Killian prove us wrong? Or is he going to prove that he's just another jobber? Guess we'll have to wait.
I hope the best for the guy. I really hope he does succeed here. I just haven't seen enough of him to put him over Jay Vegas, because Jay Vegas, I've seen enough of Jay to know that he's a top-tier talent.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a fact. Boom. Stealing
Damn straight.
catchphrases. It's what I
That's
do.
okay. That's okay. I was going to say, if you didn't say it, I was going to.
Of course. And then, following
Stole his
that,
line.
Shay Hoxton, you go one-on-one against the new NGCW Extreme Champion, the EDE, in a non-title match.
Does my match not exist?
I'm getting there, Jason.
Very well. Very well.
Hoxton, how do you feel about your coming up match with the EDE? What do you want to say about that situation?
EDE is such a douche. I mean, if you're gonna die, stay dead, I mean, look at the people through time. They don't rise from their grave. Plus, this guy, he's an asshole. He stole my mask. That's not cool. So I'm going to take him down. I'm going to rip that mask off his ugly little face, hang it back up on my wall where it belongs, and I might kick him in the dick while he's down.
Take that NGCW Extreme Championship from him while you're at it. Jeez.
And while you're at it, give it back to me.
Can I win it? Commentary.
Give it to Dalton.
I think I'd rather
He'll hold on to it for now.
At least he wouldn't lose it after a week.
Hey, you watch yourself, Hoxton.
Ooh, it's getting heated. Let's calm
How long is it
down.
going to be to do tag titles?
Oh, man.
2
What
weeks?
was that? Just remember, Hoxton. Remember, you and me, we still need to have that match that we need to settle our differences with. So let's not pile up
that match.
match where I'm totally gonna kick your ass.
Things are getting heated. Okay, so let's separate women. Let's go. Come on. All right.
Regardless, I'm definitely putting Shay over the EDD purely because I know Shay very well, and I know Shay. He's a cocky son of a bitch that he is. No hatred there, Shay. You talk shit on me, and it's great, man. You can call me out all you want. Call up the upper tier guys. It's great, awesome of you, buddy. But what I'm saying is that I'm definitely putting Shay over the EDE. Anyway, Shay, I'm definitely putting you over the EDE purely because he wears a mask. His vision's a little blurry. He's coming into this match off a huge win over you, grabbing that title from the ladder match. It was a great match. Don't get me wrong. Regardless of what happened to Fraza. That's what I want to know.
Proudfoot,
Garbage
I actually have to disagree with you here because with the whole factor of the EDE, I mean, this guy just came back from the dead. Anyone who can do that, you really don't know what they're gonna do next. So just for the pure fact that this guy was dead for so long, and then he decided, hey, you know what? I don't want to be dead anymore. He came back. He won a title. I don't know, Hoxton. I think
This is what we're gonna have to do to figure out who's the better man. We're gonna have to kill Shay Hoxton. And then if he can come back from the dead, he is truly the better man. This is
You know
all
what? I'm
that
gonna do it
ED
better.
has over
I'm
Shea.
not going to go have surgery on my leg and then die with that. I'm going to die like a man. Proudfoot, go get that bottle you were drinking at the bar. Smash it over my head a couple of times. Let's see who's truly the better dead man.
You can only smash a bottle once. Once it's smashed, you can't re-smash it.
You idiot.
Proudfoot bringing out the physics.
Canadian glue.
Trust me, I know because
Smash
I've done it before.
and glue it
It
back
didn't
together and
re-smash.
smash it.
All right, we're gonna have to book just a bunch of matches of just you three killing each other, because that's basically where we're at.
Bottle over the head match.
Yes, bottle on
Bottle-
a pole match.
Bottle on a pole match. Whoever gets the bottle first has to hit them with it.
They have to drink it first.
Book it, Russo.
We will put in an entire brawl series match, and if you get eliminated, you smash Shay Hawkson over the head with a bottle until he dies. Then I rise back from the dead and kick EDE's ass,
And then take the Extreme Championship, of course.
and then take the Extreme Championship and the mask.
Of course.
Kick him in the balls while I'm at it.
Well, I think we've talked enough about this whole Shay Hawkins and EE thing. Just prove to us that you can beat him. Prove to yourself. Prove to
Oh,
everyone.
I will.
And that'll be the
I
end of
will.
that story. Up next, we have Steven Johnson going one-on-one with Jason Spade in a Brawl Series match. Jason, what do you have to say about Steven Johnson? I know that you obviously won your match at Ultimatum. You won the tag titles. Steven Johnson, who was the number one contender for the world title, lost. So his chance is gone. So what do you think about him as a wrestler, and what do you think about your chances of beating him this coming up week?
Everything I could possibly say about BJ is unimportant. What is important is the fact that I've already beaten him once. If you all will think back to a little show that I like to call Onslaught, I beat him pretty badly. The same thing is going to happen this week. Because you know why? He couldn't stand up to Alex Wolf, a guy I've beaten on multiple occasions with zero effort. Johnson, piece of cake. Not even worth my time.
There you go, strong words. What do you think, Proudfoot? What do you think is going to happen?
Definitely going to put Jason Spade over Johnson, purely because, I've been in the ring with Jason Spade. I've never been in the ring with Johnson. And, even though I've beaten Spade every time I've been in the ring with him one-on-one, he puts on a great match. This guy is the true underdog. He's the ultimate underdog, and he's going against a giant. He's going against the former number one contender. I don't know how he got that number one contendership. We're not sure. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to talk about Jason Spade beating Steven Johnson, because Jason Spade needs to prove himself as a singles competitor now that he's in that tag team. He's had a few losses and wins and losses and wins. He's fluctuating between the wins and the losses here, and he really needs to pick up that one good win, and what better way to do it than beat Johnson. Johnson has a lot to prove here after losing at Ultimatum, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's 7 foot, 6 foot, whatever. Spade's a little short guy. Spade has a lot underdog. Even if Spade is the tag team champion, he's got a lot to prove here going into this match. It's going to be a great match. Don't get me wrong. I'm putting Spade over Johnson hands down.
What do you think, Shay?
Well, I think, Stefan does have... Sorry, Steven. I don't know why. I've always called him Stefan. He doesn't like it that much. So he does have the size, but as Alex Wolf proved, size doesn't matter. It's how you use it. If there's anybody I've ever met that uses size the best, it's Jason Spade.
There you go. I'm sure past girlfriends might be able to attest to that too, but we'll have to leave that up to them.
Hell.
We're getting weird. And finally, the main event of this coming up week's show. Alex Wolf, the NGCW champion, goes up against Adam Ashes, who is leading in the Brawl Series. He is 5 wins.
No surprise.
Exactly. 5 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw to Mr. Jason Spade. What do you guys think's going to happen there in that match? I mean, I know we both know Alex Wolf has been dominant as champion so far, and Adam Ashes is heading straight for that title. Obviously being undefeated in the Brawl Series, and he's been dominating everyone. We saw a very dominating match against Lucifer Thorne at Ultimatum. So what do you guys think is going to happen to that match? Because it's definitely pay-per-view scale here on a normal live show, which is insane.
You want to start with this, Jason?
Yeah, I've been in the ring with both of these guys, right? I know how both of them act. I know how both of them tick. Adam Ashes and Alex Wolf, they are two completely different animals, but at the same time, they're just as ferocious as the other one. I will be completely honest with you. The only ass-kicking I've ever had that was worse than the one I got at Domination when I took on both of those guys at the same time was the one I got from Sarasi months ago. Those two are monsters. But the thing is, as dominating as a champion that Alex Wolf has been, at the end of the day, he's still just a coward. That's all he is. He's a coward who can't accept defeat. While Adam Ashes, he's been hit in the face with defeat more times than any of us can count. He's gotten back up from it, and he's gonna go over Alex Wolf this week. I
To
guarantee.
see the same reasons you're saying that Alex Wolf is going to lose is, I think, the reasons he's going to win. He wants to hold on to tower. He's a coward, right? He's a coward, but he'll do anything it takes to win, and that's what makes him a true champion. Now, I wouldn't say he's dominant yet. We haven't seen enough of him as champion to say that he's a dominant champion. I mean, he won that triple threat match, which was a legitimate win, although you could see that I think he sprayed something in Adam Ash's eye because his aim was a little off there, trying to break up the submission move. Regardless, he picked up a legitimate one there. He beat Steven Johnson, who top tier competitor. It's rough to say. I mean, I feel like he was given the shot a little early there, but he beat him at two championships, defendings right there. He defended the title twice. I wouldn't say dominant yet, but he's definitely proving that he is top guy right now in this company. And I still put him over Adam Ashes purely because, I feel like he wants it more. I feel like he needs to prove that he is better than Adam Ashes in that one-on-one. He is a coward. He has a lot to prove here. He'll do anything it takes to win. And he doesn't want to lose. He simply doesn't want to lose. He doesn't taste defeat very often, and he doesn't want to taste it again. I can relate to that. I rarely taste it. One time, I have been pinned here, and that was the worst feeling, but I had to be humble about it. I had to show some respect because it wasn't your guys' fault that you beat me. Matt Fury. We're not even getting into that right now. Regardless, I'm putting Alex Wolf over Adam Ashes.
Shay?
And you guys are talking about Alex Wolf being a coward. You guys see a coward. I see a genius. And he's got a plan to stop everything in his way. I mean, he took on Stephen Johnson, who may not be the most experienced guy, but he's a powerful guy. And Alex Wolf brutalized him. And just like Jason, I've fought both of these guys. I don't like to admit it. I got my ass whooped by both of those guys. And all I'm saying is I got beat badly by Alex. I just got beat by Adam. And I got beat by Alex before he was the champion. And I got beat by Adam just 2 weeks ago. And Adam's just gotten better with time. So I gotta give it to Ashes. I gotta give him to Wolf. Yeah,
we got the Zack Ryder-esque experience here talking. I got beat by this guy, I got beat by this guy. Both beatings were pretty bad, but essentially what you're saying is the Alex Wolf beating was a little worse?
It was worse, and it was before he was the guy. So then, not only did he beat me bad, then he became the guy. Ashes has just been Ashes.
And Ashes will always be one of those top guys. As long as he's in this company, he'll always be considered a top guy. And that's why I feel Alex Wolf has a lot more to prove here, because he may be the top guy now, but that could change as soon as he loses that title. Whereas Adam Ashes, he loses the title. He doesn't need Adam Ashes doesn't need the title to be the top guy.
That's very true. And one thing that's always said within the wrestling business is the title doesn't make the man makes the title. And so we have to, recognize
something only losers say. Only people who can't be champions say that. Unless you're Shay Hoxton. In case you're a champion in heart.
I was just going to say, how many titles have you won, Shay?
yeah, and let's be honest here. Think about it. It's like, when... Hold on. Let me make a point here. If... okay, we're gonna do a little throwback. If Slate, who was 0-5-0 in the Brawl series before he left NGCW, if he were to win the world title, right? Would you say wow, he's a champion. Like, no, you'd be like, how in the world did he do this? What? See, the title doesn't make the man makes the title. The man has to elevate the title to the platform it's on. We wouldn't see Slate being a future world champion at that point, because it's like, yeah, he's a nobody. But Adam Ashes, we're like, he could be a champion. Definitely, no doubt. He's already basically.
Well, we were having this conversation the other day, talking about who do we think contend for that world title at this point in NGCW. Unanimous decision, Adam Ashes, hands down.
Exactly. I can't think of a better number one contender.
There's a difference between being the only good contender and being better than the champion. And every way you look at it, Adam Ashes is not better than the champion. He's just better than everybody but the champion. Except for Shea Hawkins.
Except me.
Shea Hawkins trumps all the bitches.
I don't know.
It's tough to say.
Yeah, I guess.
Not really.
Honestly, I think this is a very split thing. I think that both men they're impressive. Both men are obviously impressive. There's a reason Alex Wolf is a champion, and there is a reason Adam Ashes is considered to be right there with him. And he's been right there with him for a long time. Very long time.
Still undefeated in the Brawl series, so.
Exactly. So, basically, it's just going to come down to this match is going to happen. We're going to have to wait and see. Basically, just wait and see who the better man is, because I think everyone's going to have their doubts and their reasoning for why they think one is better than the other, but ultimately, it just comes down to what they're going to do in the ring. So I really look forward to seeing what goes down this week at NGCW Live, which, by the way, is December 8th. So, be there.
Be square.
Yes, basically. Okay, we're going to just switch to individual people right now instead of talking as a group. I want to start with Proudfoot. We're going to talk about Justin Harlan and Matt Fury. You already went on your rate about that. I want to know more about you guys' history. So, Proudfoot, tell us a little bit about past EFED experiences before NGC.
Me and Matt, we go far back. About 2012. So what, 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago. Started EFED wrestling. First league I was ever in. MEW, Main Event Wrestling. New guy there, no experience whatsoever with this kind of environment, this kind of community. And get there, there's this Matt Fury guy. He's one of the top guys in this company. He's been doing this for a long time. He's around my age doing this for a long time. He's a veteran at this point, right? Get there, we don't really hit it off at first. Don't really talk too much. I teamed up with a few other people. I went around willy-nilly, didn't really, trying to find myself at that point. Then the league shut down, the MEW shut down, and that's when me and him really started to hit it off, started to become good friends, great friends. Back and forth, between wrestling independently, I came over to his house, met his kids, his wife, great stuff. And then we went to a company called ROC, Ring of Chaos, and there we formed the original mold for Team Canada. That was a whole story in itself. We were pretty successful in ROC, undefeated as a tag team, but eventually I had left. I had quit due to differences in the company's opinion, approach, and mine. They didn't like where we were going with our gimmick, our Team Canada persona with it. They felt we were too offensive. In a way, we disgraced Americans and talked shit and everything like that, So whatever. So I left, and then they fired him because I left. But that was the original mold for Team Canada. We brought that over to IWE, which is the Fed I'm running now. This is old IWE. This is before I reopened it. And we've been friends for quite a while. And I joined NGCW. I seen Harlan was in there before, and I was like, well, Harlan was here. He's gone, so I'll join now. And I joined NGCW. It was great stuff. I enjoyed my singles run there for the little bit of time I was doing that. And I messaged Matt Fury, started talking to him again. I was, hey, man, we should bring back Team Canada. Tag team titles are vacant right now. Let's do it up. I brought him in. He joined. Great stuff. Brought him out of retirement. Hopefully I bring him out of retirement again. And, you know the rest of the story from there. NGCW, Team Canada. Brought in Justin Harlan for God knows whatever fucking reason. I hate that guy. I already talked about that earlier. Won the tag titles. And what does he do? He wants to retire. He wants to walk out on myself. He wants to walk out on our country. Okay. all right, when we lose, you can retire. When we lose, he wanted to just drop the titles. He wanted to just I'm leaving right now. We're gonna drop the titles. I said no, man. We can win. We can win this. You still have you still have this, man. You know. Then what does he do? Doesn't break up the pin. Barely gets involved in the match. Screws me out of my titles. All respect to Jason Spade and Jimmy Starr. They put up a hell of a performance, hell of a match. But at the end of the day, my partner screwed me over. So you know what? I want to match against this guy. I want to face this guy one-on-one. And that's all it comes down to. I want to get my revenge on this guy for screwing me out of my titles. That's all it is. No hate on him. I mean, he screwed me. That's all it is. He screwed over Team Canada.
Impressive. I did point that out whenever Ultimatum happened. Twice that you were being pinned, and he got in the ring and he just stood there.
Just stood there, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing, Fury? That your titles are on the line. And then, I mean, that last pin that you got pinned, it was your...
I was a little dazed from that falling star, but I watched the replay, and I seen that he didn't even try to break it up. He just stood there, and that was the one that really pissed me off. Was the one, well, the other one times, okay, I understand. Maybe you're in a little flurry, you know, it could be your retirement year. And then the last one would just put me over the edge. I had to hit him from behind. I had to get that steel chair shot in. Got a nice cigarette burn on him because he screwed me over, man. That's all it comes down to. You screwed me. You're gonna get your ass kicked. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if he answers the challenge. We'll see if he comes out one more match. That screwed up. He screwed up, and he cost us the title. He cost me my legacy. I'm just starting off here. You know, wanted to make a good impression. What does he do? Cost me my titles. That's all it is.
Yeah, I honestly, I couldn't agree more. I think there was definitely a little bit of a screw job on his end, and the fact that he tried to act like nothing was wrong afterwards. And he's smiling,
yep, smiling like nothing's wrong. That's another thing. I'm clearly pissed off. You know, I still have to go to work the next day. I still have to go walk into NGCW on Tuesday and put on performance against whoever I was going to face at that time, whatever was scheduled. Until all that happened, he can go home and relax, go to his wife and his kids, and everything's fine for him. I have to go to work the next day. I have to deal with the chants from the fans. I have to deal with all of this crap. He's just fine. All the slates are clean. You know, no, that's not how it works, buddy. You're not out of this yet.
Yeah, no, I look forward to this, honestly. Because, I mean, if he doesn't accept the challenge to you, that's kind of ridiculous on his end, absolutely.
Oh, trust me on my part. I'm going to make sure he accepts this challenge.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you have your ways. You mentioned, we're going to go ahead and transition here. You mentioned earlier IWE. From what I understand, you still do IWE. We still keep the shows going monthly. On a smaller scale, way smaller than NGCW, just once a month shows. It's competitive. We do these shows online. Person on person, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, whatever the schedule is. I general manage that show. I'm the CEO, whatever you want to call it. I run the show in IWE, so to speak. And it's just me and some former MEW and ROC guys getting together and doing some matches. Nothing too crazy. Shay's in it. Shay's undefeated apparently, so he's over there in IW undefeated.
2-0, baby.
2-0, yeah. Lost the Intercontinental title match against me in a disturbing fashion. We're not going to get into that, but undefeated. It's a DQ win.
Undefeated. I've had 2 matches. I got beat by Proudfoot. I got beat by
Crimson Nitro.
Crimson Nitro.
Yeah,
undefeated. Yeah. That's how it works in IWE.
That's how it all works in IWE. Crazy stuff goes on there. We had a Teddy Good guy, a mentally handicapped individual, retarded, some would say. Yeah, he was a retard. He won the world title once. There's the whole story there. But IWE, yeah, just something I do with a few buddies and nothing too major.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, publicize that a little bit because I thought it was kind of a cool idea that you had.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't want to touch on it too much just because I didn't want to, go off about it. But yeah, it's just something I do with a few friends.
That's awesome. It's always nice to get together with your people. Next, Hoxton. From what I understand, you don't have any past E-Fed experience, but you are in how many E-Feds now? How many did you say?
I got this one. I got IWE. And I got one more. I don't even think I do it. It's a completely different character.
Ah, okay. Okay.
It's some creepy, like, man-child pedophile guy.
So is that?
I'd commentate that.
So that is Shay Hoxton.
Yeah, I'd comment
Sure,
on that.
why not?
Awesome. Well, what is which one would you say you're more dedicated to at this point?
Oh, definitely the Shay character.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Makes sense. And okay.
I mean, I am Shay Hoxton. Everything he says, everything he does, some crap I would do. I'm not a pedophile, arguably.
Arguably,
Not yet.
yes. Arguably.
I mean, technically, I do like the girls who are under 18, but that doesn't make me a pedophile because I'm under 18,
True.
arguably.
Right. All right.
True.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to... I don't know why you want me to ask you this.
Because it's a funny story, that's why.
Okay. Shay Hoxton, tell us about your first kiss.
Oh God.
This is gonna be interesting.
You never look up kisses online, so how are you supposed to know how you're supposed to do them? You watch television, and they all use their tongues and stuff. So I went in
God.
to my girlfriend at the time, forced my tongue into her mouth.
Classic
To this
Shay.
day,
He's
to
not
this
a
day,
pedophile. Keep that in mind.
She's actually a lesbian now. She's actually 100% lesbian. And she broke up with me about a week later.
So she was a lesbian?
Yeah, she was a lesbian who didn't know she was a lesbian, who I forcibly French kissed, and then got dumped by a week later.
So you were her cover.
Yeah, pretty much. But I was such a horrible cover, not even a straight lady would date me.
Clearly. That's so bad. He was like, this is how kisses go. I just gotta throw my tongue down there, see how far I can get it in her mouth.
Your tongue tried to pin her tongue.
Keep in mind,
Shay
before this, he's talking
Hoxton,
about how he's not a
what?
pedophile.
Gosh. This isn't okay.
Jay, don't feel bad. My first kiss was in Truth or Dare, so I mean.
Me and Proudford
Yeah,
are
but
just gonna stay
shove
quiet.
your tongue down somebody's throat.
No, but I kept looking for excuses for the rest of the day to do it again.
Oh god.
So we're gonna get that Truth or Dare game
No.
going again, or what?
No. Proudfoot and I
Jason
will stay
gonna
quiet.
play with that Rosa chick?
Oh, that road. Oof.
No, just let's stop talking about.
And let's not ask me any questions about anything like that, because you don't even want to know.
I'm not. However, I am gonna ask Spade. You did say that was a spin the bottle, but let's talk about it. Did you forcibly shove your tongue down a girl's throat?
Okay. Here's what happened.
Do we actually want to know? Do we actually want to know?
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not as I didn't forcibly throw my tongue down her throat, but
Not
it was
just her throat, lesbian's throat.
Oh God! But okay, it was. We were home alone. Me, these two friends of mine. One of them was a very pretty young lady, and we were playing. It wasn't Spin the Bottle. I think it was Truth or Dare. And everyone was doing truth, blah blah blah. Finally, she said dare, and I was like, "All right, kiss me." Actually, I think I said kiss one of us, pointing to me and the other guy who was there. And then there was the super long and awkward pause, right? That just
To
went
make the
on.
choice.
Yeah, and on forever. You could see the gears working in her head. She didn't want to kiss either of us. But here's the thing that's going to make this sound a little creepy. I kind of had a crush on that girl, and I had been severely crushing on her for several years at that point. Like, creepily. Like, I would, like, hang out on her porch, wait for her to wake up and stuff. It was a bad time in my adolescence. But, so she you could see the gears turning in her head, and finally she was just like, all right, both of you close your eyes, She made us sit on our hands and like close our eyes and just wait. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm literally sitting on my hands with my legs crossed, my eyes closed, just waiting, and I feel the tiniest little peck, right? And like, it actually scared me, like, because it was just so sudden and abrupt that it scared me. So my hands like came out from underneath me and like went forward, and I punched her in the face.
Wow. Not where I was expecting that to go. And that moment you realized, I want to be a wrestler. I want to do this for the rest of my life.
It was the first time I felt the satisfaction of watching another person go down. But no, she wasn't hurt. I only like raised her a little bit. She was just more surprised than anything.
I swear to God, if you say every time I punched you in the face, Chris, I thought of her, I'm just gonna leave right now. I'm just gonna walk out. I'm getting out of this studio right now.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, good. It was good times.
Well, mine wasn't nearly as exciting as any of your guys', so we're not even gonna go there. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh my. All right, Shay. One more question, because again you're weird. You asked me to ask you one more question. Tell us about your cousin. Did you also forcibly stick your tongue down her throat, or did you punch her in the face in a game of spin the
It was
ball?
a dude, by the way. My cousin
Oh,
was
it's
a
a dude. Oh,
We were
did you
babysitting-
shove your
Ooh,
tongue down?
We were
his throat?
Wow.
5 of our nephews and nieces in the same day, because their parents and uncles and aunts and crap are lazy. So we were babysitting 5 kids in a day. He had the bright idea to invite his girlfriend over, and then he told me to go play with them outside. So I go for that. Come back in about 20 minutes to go use the bathroom really quick. This dude is losing his virginity while babysitting our tiny kids who are less than 8 years old.
Sweet. Oh my God.
What the heck?
That's like the time I was babysitting Matt Fury's kids, and I had a call girl come over. Crazy time. Don't even want to get into it. That was the last time he let me babysit.
I can't blame him.
But it was crazy. His wife was pissed because when they came back, the kids, one's in the sink, having a bath in the sink, 8 years old. I don't even know how the kid got in there. The other one's writing on the wall. It was insane. Don't even want to get into it.
You were the worst.
I was in the bedroom. I was doing my thing. Not in the park, mind you. Not in the public park. That's a story for another time. But crazy stuff. The wife was pissed. Helen, she hated me. She still hates me to this day. No big deal because I hate Matt now, so all is good.
All is good in the world.
It all works out at the end.
I think I've set a record for the most face palms in one podcast. I don't even know what else to say anymore. I'm just gonna sit here.
Just lost. Okay, let's talk about that ultimatum card. Any standout matches that you guys felt that would really need a nice round of applause? It was some good stuff there.
They all
The whole show.
kidding.
The whole show was absolutely great. It was a fantastic way to start off the new season of the of NGCW. Everything on it was awesome. The return of the EDE was crazy. The tag team championship match, I mean, it was really good. I'm not saying that just because I was in it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah, I enjoyed being part of that match for sure.
The only really negative thing I have to... Let's talk about Dalton's commentary for a second, because I will never forget, just because of how hard it made me laugh sitting in the backstage area, just like trying to put my face paint on, listening to Dalton trying to commentate. When Mayhem came out, and he's just like, "There she is."
There she is.
Let me tell you about that, actually. So, you know, I take notes on all the people, so I know what to say, and I didn't know anything about Mayhem because it was kind of thrown on me last minute. Like, here's this women's title match, and I was like, okay. So I kind of like quickly put down their information, and I was like, I don't know anything about either of these women, and I don't have enough time to research anything about these women. So I was just like, she's scary looking. I don't know what else to say. There she is.
They were both kind of scary. I mean,
Yeah.
they're it's not like a guy, you know, dressed up as a girl or anything coming down there. It was really scary, like next level scary.
Yeah.
And that was a shoot.
Yeah, I didn't know how to feel. I was just like, what There she is. I kind of did the
Yep.
same thing with Lucy. Like, that's
I mean, like,
magic, people.
I love Pale Girls, but that was a little extreme, really.
I mean,
She
you
was
have Paige,
white.
and then you have Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem needs some vitamin D or something.
And the thing is, I'd
I-
still hit it. So
Yeah, I mean, I was about to
Can't say
say,
much.
I mean, she needs the vitamin D. I'd be happy to provide.
yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Actually,
I can just hear Dalton crossing himself now.
yeah, basically. I'm not even Catholic, but I'm throwing up the cross. But actually, I wanted to talk. We said a little bit about the Extreme Championship match. Typically, when we see a comeback in any wrestling thing ever, like, it doesn't matter what is going on. Typically, when we see a comeback, the fans are up on their feet. They're going insane. They don't know what the heck's going on. But in this case, we saw the EDE, who's supposed to be dead, mind you. He died. I'm pretty sure he's still dead, but I don't know. But he's dead, and he appears in the ring, and Fraza is gone. Fraza B is nowhere to be found. We don't know where he's at. But all of a sudden, it's him and Shay Hoxton fighting, and the fans are silent.
I remember
And
that.
and they're not silent because they're not impressed. They're silent because this man is supposed to be dead.
They're
What
silent because the only
I
time they saw a zombie fight in a wrestling match, it was a 5-second match against the Sandman.
I know. That's a good one, Shay. But no, I remember how silent everything was, because I was actually me and Jimmy Starr were just getting to the arena, right? Like, we were, usually when you get to the arena, you're like coming in through the parking lot, you can hear at least a little bit of the sound that's going on. And I actually thought, did we hear early? It's completely silent. But then now, as soon as we get back there, we see the EDE, and it's like, what the heck is he doing here? We couldn't blame everyone for being silent. That would be like if you were at a funeral and everyone and the guy in the coffin was just sat up and be like, oh, hey, by the way, not dead.
The thing is, like you said, Dalton, do we really know it's him? Do we know that is the EDE?
It could just be a copycat.
Where's Fraza B? How do we know he didn't change extremely quickly into the EDE outfit
Yeah, and
just
grow like
just to
grow
psych
5
out
inches.
just to psych out Hoxton?
So what you're
Could
saying
happen.
is...
a rather
And grew
long
5 inches,
black
got to put some platform shoes on. You never know.
Okay, hold on. What you're saying is Shay Hoxton changed clothing, put on a mask, and took some Insta steroids because he got a lot bigger.
I'm saying not Shay Hoxton, but Fraza B. Yes, it
Oh,
could
Fraza
be.
B,
It's
yeah.
possible. It's possible. Maybe he put on a
Hey.
bodysuit, like you never know.
Hey, the dude's
He got
crazy. You
really
never know.
tan, too.
True.
Change the
Okay.
face paint a little bit and throw in a mask.
I was
Can
wondering
ask
why usually his Fraza's clothing is a little bit more extravagant. This time it was all very bare. I was like, maybe Proudfoot's right.
Maybe.
Exactly. There you go. See,
Maybe. And then, of course...
it's a smart way to psych out your opponent. Bring back the guy whose mask he stole from the grave. I mean, that's a great way to psych him out.
Well, you want to talk about thievery? I earned that mask. He broke into my house and stole that thing. Who's the real thief here?
Well, I mean, you did kind of steal the mask in the first place.
Thief.
Thief.
Awkward silence.
Thieves go to hell. Huh? Thief.
I'll steal the devil's mask.
I mean, Shay's over here shoving his tongue down girls' throats. I don't think he really cares about going to hell.
True. Lesbian girls' throats.
I will kick Satan in the dick and shove my tongue down his throat.
God, no.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's one way to announce your rival.
That's weird. That's weird.
Is this Shay coming out of the closet live
Yeah.
on the NGCW podcast?
Ladies and gentlemen, Shay Hoxton is a lady.
Do, 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 do.
Hoxton likes boys. I knew it.
Something like that. God, no.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't know. We're just gonna move on. But we'll go ahead and we'll wrap up
Skanking your
that
chain.
match. Yeah, we'll wrap up that match. EDE is the new champion. Surprisingly, he's not dead, or is he? Wink, wink. We don't know. And then next, of course, this applies to Shay. Jay Vegas versus Justin Harlan. If Jay Vegas won, Justin Harlan would have to leave Team Canada, and if Justin Harlan won, Shea Hoxton had to join Team Canada for 1 month. And we saw Jay Vegas get the win. Justin Harlan had to leave Team Canada, and of course Team Canada
Thankfully.
split anyway.
Whew.
So, what do we think about that match? I was so entertained by that match. That match had me going insane. And that clothesline in the beginning,
Yes,
holy crap.
absolutely.
That's
It was
that's how Harlan is. You know, those
Exactly.
running. He's just see the thing I was saying about this guy is he's ruthless. He's great. He's not the badass he thinks he is. And just for example of that, he comes in, cheap shot, blatant cheap shot right in the beginning, and runs right at his opponent. Doesn't think about anything. He doesn't think about the next move to make. He's not like me where I'm very vindictive. I think about my moves before I do them. He just runs right in there, clothesline, and look where that ended up from.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and you're out of Team Canada, buddy. You're not good enough. Not good enough to team with Chris Proudfoot. It's a fact.
Shoot. Getting low.
Thing is, if
I
he
gotta
won,
say, though,
I would have
that-
kicked
that
him out
clothesline-
anyway.
That clothesline, like, I was just watching, but it hurt me. You know, as a smaller guy who has taken many a clotheslines from larger men in my day, it brought back some bad memories. Just watching it.
I was like, it was literally just like the ref didn't even ring the bell. He was starting to signal, and then all of a sudden, boom, clothesline. I remember my reaction, and I remember the other people's reaction too that were watching. They were like, "Oh my god, what was that?" You know, it was very out of nowhere. But of course, it just kind of shows what Justin Harlan's all about, and that's trying to decapitate people because
Losing.
he's weird and losing.
We got to give.
But
I want to give Jay Vegas props though for getting back up after that.
oh yeah, I got right back
And
in
winning.
started and won. Yeah.
Good on him, man. And this is a guy that beat Shea Hoxton. This is a guy that beat his mentor. He had a lot to prove coming in against Justin Harlan.
Let's not talk about that match. Let's not talk about domination.
Domination was an awesome live event. I loved it. I had a great night.
I did too.
Great stuff.
Well, it didn't end very well for me, but it was a good night.
Evented though, you main evented. That's pretty good. They put on one hell of a triple threat
just
match.
walking out in front of those people. I mean, that arena we were using that only houses like 400 or 500 people at a time, but it was still just like, wow, they all came to see me tonight, and it was amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Absolutely.
They all came to see me. Who's the Shea Hoxton now? Fade.
But guess what? Views jumped when I came in. Just saying.
Oh, we knew that was going to happen. Once we
Yeah.
heard there was commentary, whew, it changed everything. It changed. This was the one request people were giving us was you need commentary. I can't watch this without commentary. Where the fuck's the commentary? Is there commentary? Commentary. Now look what we have. We have commentary. So shut the fuck up. This is some good quality stuff now.
It was the only complaint we were getting. People loved our characters, the show production, everything that we've been doing. All we needed was someone to call what was happening. That's all we needed. And the greatest thing too, we had no idea that episode of NGCW Live that that had your commentary for the first time. We had no idea that was happening until it started. Until we went back and watched. It was such a surprise for us. It was awesome, and you were awesome.
I mean,
Eric and I tried to keep that as secret as possible. He told me, don't say anything to any people that you know from past eFeds. Don't say anything to people that's in this. Don't say anything. Don't say a word. Don't talk about us. Just stay quiet.
Anyone who knows Eric knows he loves his secrets. He doesn't like to spoil anything. Oh yeah. Speaking of Eric, he just got online on Xbox right now.
There you go. What do you know? But no, actually, I made a tweet on the Twitter, which you can follow me at Dalton Crooks 316. Just
And that's a plug.
That's a plug. But I made a statement, and if you haven't followed up on what happened a few weeks ago, a few weeks ago, you won't know what the beginning part means. But just go with it. My comment was, she said I'd kill the show, but since I started, views have doubled what they were for the past 4 months. Not bragging, just stating facts. In fact, our last weekly live show broke 300 views for the first time since December 10th of last year. Which Eric was so nice to point out. That was the debut show of WWE 2K15. So, Coincidence? I think not.
I agree. The quality of the show was already so great. It jumped up even higher as soon as you showed up.
Yes, stroke my ego, please. Please stroke it more.
Definitely good stuff. The ultimatum was great. World title match, the burial of the biggest guy on the roster.
Yeah, that was
Clean win.
horrible.
Clean
It was
clean as a whistle.
It was so bad too because everyone, not a single person, was behind Johnson going into that match.
Yeah, I mean, no one was behind him, but at the same time, you know, he had a point. He did have size, and the way he talked made you kind of seem a little bit. You have to admit, a little bit like maybe, but you still were pulling for Wolf because Johnson really hasn't established himself too much yet. And so you're like,
I was
you're like,
I was pulling for Wolf. I was pulling for Wolf. Can't believe I just said that. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself, can Johnson do it? Can he do it? But obviously, no.
Oh no, yeah, it was a complete domination victory.
Just wasn't ready. Like I said, Johnson's awesome. Like I said before, he just wasn't ready for it.
No.
And you can't blame the guy. You know, he just wasn't at that. He's not like he's not at the level, but he just isn't at the level, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's not that he's not there. He's just not there. It's hard to explain it. He's there, but he's not there. It's like there's the top of the mountain. He's approaching it, but he's not ready for it yet. And that's the big problem here in NGCW right now is there's not a lot of guys who are ready for it yet.
Yeah, no, that's sad to see. I was asked, who is someone that you think could be number one contender right now for the world title, and I had to stop and think. Like, people that don't have stuff going on. Like, of course, Adam Ashes is the easy answer, but he's in the Brawl series right now. He can't do it. And so, you sit back and you're like, who? And there's no one.
Shay Hoxton.
Not even Shay Hoxton. I mean, you failed to
Definitely
win the
not Shay
Extreme
Hoxton.
title. You failed to win the Extreme title, so, I mean, we can't count you in.
This isn't a certain other wrestling promotion, WWE, where guys who failed to win the mid-card title suddenly get a world title shot.
Exactly. That's why it's just like you look at the roster, you're like, who is capable of winning the world title at this point? And there's no one. And I really hope that changes. I really hope we start seeing some major pushes for a lot of guys, because there's a lot of guys that deserve it. A lot of guys that deserve it that don't have it. And so I think it's gonna just be a matter of time before we finally see it. But hopefully we see it soon, and we get some awesome matches in the future, because there's definitely a lot of people I want to see go against Alex Wolf, but you wouldn't consider them championship material yet. So, you know, it's tough. It's tough to see, but we'll have to figure that out, I guess.
No, I was really happy about that Wolf Johnson match because I made a lot of money off of it. Because as I kept bragging on Twitter, I put like a giant bet on Wolf. Yes. I'm taking those winnings. I'm investing in some security. First, I got 2 Canadian assholes breaking into my house. Now I got some undead asshole breaking into my house. I want people to stop breaking in my house. I got.
You needed the cleaning lady too after I shit on your floor.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna break into your house.
You're gonna break into my house. You're gonna get tackled by my security force that I'm gonna buy because I'm tired of getting my house broken into.
The thing was, where was Matt Blackheart? I mean, he's unemployed now. I thought you would have hired him a while ago to, guard the house at this point.
I actually talked to him about being my bodyguard. Then I showed him what I wanted him to wear, and he was out of it. Like honestly,
what he was wearing to the ring before wasn't too great either. So
completely honestly, talking to him about becoming my security guard, and I told him what I wanted him to wear. He was like, "Nope, I'm out of that. Nope." The suit. I wanted him to wear a suit covered in my face. I just have like a face of Shay Oxton here, have Shay Oxton there, Shay, all over the arms, all over the legs, all over the body. Saw that, and
can we really blame him though? Can we really blame him at this point?
would there be a Shay Hoxton tie?
Of course, it'd be a Shay Oxton tie.
What about Shay Hoxton sunglasses?
Shay Oxton sunglasses. No. Only Shay Hoxton wears Shay Hoxton sunglasses.
Wow.
Well,
yeah. Y'all
Okay.
gotta calm down.
Shay, you may have the biggest ego I have ever seen on a human being. Shay Hoxton's sunglasses. I mean, that's going to be on ngcwshop.com. That's a fact. There's no way after this podcast we're not going to see Shay Hoxton sunglasses on there
We need a lot more
for everyone.
merchandise.
Man.
We need more merchandise for everyone. Where's that at? I want to buy some T-shirts.
I
Where's
got
the
some
NGCW
official
T-shirt at? What the heck?
Shay Hoxton car lube. Car, so it's still PG. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, whatever. Well, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about on this show?
I mean, I think we covered most of the recent events here in NGCW. Nothing really stands out to me
Not really, no.
until next week's show, at least.
Yeah, next
No,
week we're
we've
going
been
to be
talking
talking
about the EDE. Yes. Let's talk about Lucifer Thorne. I mean, that guy was practically his brother. Look at him now.
You know what? How about this? We haven't heard a word from Lucifer Thorne nor the EDE about the EDE's return. So let's wait till the show and see if maybe Lucifer finally says something. See if EDE says something. See what happens. But right now, at this point, Lucifer hasn't said anything. So I don't know. We don't really know what it's going to be like for him at this point. He might be mad.
I think at this point, he's
okay
probably just in shock, as much shock as anyone else.
Yeah. So.
Oh, if not more.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what he says. See if he'll be. I don't know. Maybe he'll be angry. Maybe he'll be. Maybe he'll be glad. Maybe they'll reform their team. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. Who knows? It'll definitely be interesting. But I think that's all the time we have for this show. Yeah. I think we covered everything.
Looks about right to me.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us here. This has been awesome. This is the first of many podcasts from NGCW, which, again, as I said, this is not the thoughts about it. Like, NGCW, this doesn't have anything to do with, like, what they think or what the guy that runs it thinks. This is just four guys in NGCW that, we talk crap because that's how we are. So just ignore.
3 guys and 1 god.
Shut up, Shay. You're.
The show does not represent the views and or opinions of NGCWWrestling.com. It's just us doing a shoot. And that's a fact.
Bang! All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the NGCW Podcast. I am the voice of NGCW, Dalton Crooks.
Former tag team champion Chris Proudfoot, and that's a fact.
Current tag team champion, wink wink, Jason Spade, believe it.
And the best wrestler in the world, Shay Hoxton. And that's not a bet, that's a guarantee.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, right here on the NGCW Podcast.